Hello, this video is about my classroom setup. Hello, my name is Joanne Foster and I am a mentor teacher with Zebra English, and I also coach applicants with my coaching group, and we are found at Zebra English Hiring Support on Facebook, and also I have a website, myzebraenglishjourney.com. Now, today I want to talk about my classroom setup. Now, when I first started in the ESL teaching world, that was a little bit over a year ago. I've been teaching since I was a teenager. I love to teach. My background is in education, and I have been teaching for the past 35 years. Okay, so with my classroom background, when I came into the ESL online world, I did not want to spend a lot of money at the beginning, and I watched all these videos that said you did not have to spend hardly anything, and so that's what I did. So I already had the laptop. I had a headset that my kids used, so I used it. And then, let's see, with lamps for the lighting, I just positioned my lamps like I'd watched a couple videos to, position them at 45-degree angles coming in from a little bit higher than your computer. You could put one behind it if you needed to, and just to have that lighting balanced around you. So that's what I did. I tried to find the LED lights and the ones that were more the daylight, not the yellow glow or the soft light, the warm glow. So that's what I started with. And for my background, I had this whiteboard, and it was a little bit bigger whiteboard, but it was a little bit warped too because it was for my kids. And so we put it up, and I put like a border around it. I did get that from the Dollar Tree. I just got Dollar Tree border that was very colorful, primary colors of children all around it. And then I had this picture that of the world, of the earth, and it had all different nationalities of children like circling the globe. And so I had that at my house. So I just put that up on the whiteboard behind me and put a couple hearts around it, and that was my background. So see, I took what I had. So what you do is you can look around and see, what do you have. I mean, you can use a blank wall behind you. You can put up some cutouts. You can put up some colorful paper plates. I've seen ones do that in like party colors, and they make sort of a design with it, and it's really pretty. You can take construction paper and make handprints and sort of make a wreath out of handprints. There's so many things that you can do with what you have around your house. Even party items that you have. If you have balloons, or you have streamers, or you have these right here, if you have anything like that, any kind of festive triangle banner, or ones that have the like pom-poms hanging down, or these with the balls, I keep a drawer of party stuff. You can even do that if you had a like party tablecloth. That can work for a backdrop. If you had a plain party tablecloth, you could use it. But I had one that had balloons on it, and I had used that one also. So there's so many things that are around your house that you can use. Now I want to tell you, so that's how I started off. And like I said, I didn't have to spend any money except for that $1 border that went around my whiteboard to cover up the silver border that wasn't so attractive on it. Okay, and now for props. When I tried out for my first platform, it was on Feelings, and so I had a printer. Thankfully, I had a color printer at the time. Still have it, but and it's a laser printer. One of the best investments off Amazon. They do not have to be really expensive, but if you just get a color laser printer, that is amazing on how much ink it saves. So I printed these off, and I just put them like on a stick. I didn't even have these dowels yet, and they were not laminated. I laminated them later. I used them just on the copy paper for a long time before I laminated them. So those were my props, and then I just looked around my house, and I found other props that my kids had, like in their kitchen sets, their Lego blocks, stuffed animals, anything that I could use as a prop like that, then I did that also. So that was what I used in the beginning. I just scrounged around through all my kids' stuff. I had the little cars, and or I had markers and little people if they had those. You know, I'd use it for boy or girl or he or she, and I'd use this for this and that. So that's what I started off with. Now, the great part about Zebra English is that you do not have to have hardly any props at all. You can use props for reinforcement if you want to, or to just do something different, but everything's contained within the slide, so you do not even have to have props, although it is encouraged to have some props. Okay, now let me tell you about my setup now, and all of this is linked below, because see, I'm not one of those real techie people that, or nor do I have the time to sit down, because it doesn't come as easy to me as others, where they can just put in this or that product and link it and all of that in their video. So I will link it all below, and you can have the information that you need. Okay, so let me tell you about my setup and my background now. The background that I have now, and I have a few of these, I found out that you could get these on Amazon. You can get these for $10. Before, I had paid for an image for $10 and then had to pay like $20 to have it printed. No more. On Amazon, they have thousands of these. They're photography backdrops. They are thin but durable, and you can get any theme that you want. I have a safari one, I have a spring beautiful flower one, I have this one right here that's like a white brick wall, but the possibilities are endless. It just depends on what you want. There are so many cool ones out there. So look at that. They can be anywhere from like $10 to $20. You want the ones that are about 7 by 5, and they say photography backdrops. Now I have this one up with a couple push pins, but I have even used the packaging tape when I've been in a bind to hold it up. And you can use the command strips, little nails, anything like that to hold it up. Again, I just have 2 push pins up there, and I do put a little bit of tape to keep it from bubbling at the top, or you know, hanging over a little bit. All right, and then this right here in the party section at Walmart, $2 or $3, and it's very durable. I've been impressed with it, because we've taken it down and put it up, and taken it down and put it up several times. And then I can find differing little items like this that I've had ones that look festive, like lanterns hanging down, and then I've had these, and you can do anything and just change it up with your seasons, or you can leave it like this the whole time. All right, so that's what I use for my background. Now, the lamps, well, I'll tell you this first. I did have one of those 5 fan lamps, and I would put that behind my computer, and I've found that that worked very well. You can put tissue paper over it to diffuse and make the lights not glare on your glasses. Now, I had a problem with any of the selfie ring lights that I tried, and no matter if I put them in front of me, beside me, behind me, they would all find my glasses and put a ring in my glasses. So I quit trying the selfie lights. What I found out from another teacher, and I'll have it linked below, is that there are these inexpensive photography portable lighting system or lamps that you can travel with, and that are great for just the perfect lighting that you need. And now that I have those, that's what I set up all the time. If I go to my mom's and we stay there for a week and I need to teach my morning classes, then I just pull that out, I set them up. During the day, we just disassemble them and put them up on top of her refrigerator until I teach the next morning. We pull them back down and set it up. And so they're very easy to set up. They're portable. They come in a bag, like a little duffel bag that has handles on them. And they have the bulbs that come with them too. They're the LED bulbs. And they're perfect, because I don't have to think about my lighting ever again. And that I can package them up and you know, travel with them without the lights getting broken and all of that. It's an extra win. So I'll again link those below. So that took care of my lighting. Of course, I already had my computer, and for my computer, this is what I would recommend. Now, we bought our computer right before I even knew that I was going to teach ESL, but it's a laptop. I have a large screen laptop. It's also a touch screen. Now, I'll tell you the key to finding it cheaper than paying the full price is that we went to Best Buy and we found it out of box. Like someone had, either it was displayed or someone had bought it and returned it, and so it was out of the box. So they sold it like $400 cheaper. So it was regular like $1,200, and we got it for like $800. Now the great part about Best Buy is that they have 12 months same as cash. So we didn't have to pay that $800 all at once. My teaching that I did each month could pay for that, because that was probably about $80 a month that I had to pay for the computer. And that was how we were able to get our computer, also how I was able to get up my backup laptop as well. Because there's not a phone app, I could not use my iPad as a backup with ZebraEnglish. So I took the specs in, the requirements from ZebraEnglish. I showed it to the people at Best Buy. They showed me, I said, I need your least expensive, but that will meet these requirements. And they showed me two. One was $300 and one was almost $400. And it was exactly what I needed. Again, I could put it on the 12 months, same as cash. It came out to about $35 a month. And so that made it doable for me to be able to have that backup laptop when I needed it. And you will need it or may need it with ZebraEnglish. It saved me a few times. Okay, so that's how I did that. Now, of course, they want a headset with a mic. I found these earbuds. These are Turtle Beach earbuds that another teacher recommended, and so I don't have to wear the headset. Sometimes those are either hurting my ears, I think because I wear glasses too, or they were pressing on the top of my head. I had some expensive ones, but the bar kept pressing on my head and making it hurt. So these have been great. The only part is sometimes when I'm recording videos, and maybe it'll happen on this one and you'll notice it, is that it cuts out. And I don't know if I'm making some kind of noise, that it's like noise canceling and cutting me out. I'm not really sure. But that is where I feel like I need a little bit of something different for recording videos. Okay, so this is the headset I wear, and with headsets I do recommend that they are wired in. I know some people wear the wireless, but it's too iffy for me. I've seen ones that apply with wireless headsets, and you know, sometimes there's problems, and I do not want to run into problems, so I wire in with my headset. Now, I do have a mouse. I have a fun mouse that is wireless, and I've not ever had a problem with it being wireless, but I know that you can wire that in too. But always have backup batteries and a backup mouse, and it's a good thing to have a backup headset. I've learned all of this from teaching online and being caught at one time or another with these things happening. Okay, and then I did not start out with an Ethernet cable. I was just tapping into our Wi-Fi, and I thought that was fine because I couldn't reach it at first, but then I was having some glitches, and then I decided I was going to have to be connected in. So I did get an Ethernet cable from Walmart. They're about $5, and I had to get this little adapter piece in order to plug it into my laptop, and I think I got that off of Amazon maybe. Now, an external camera. I am using the camera with my laptop right now, but you can order an external camera, and I will link the one for you down below that we have borrowed and I really like, and a lot of teachers recommend, and I ordered it in March. Now we are in May, and because of the virus, it says that it will not be here until July. And that was actually one that we could find where the price had not gone up 4 times what it was selling before the virus hit and everyone needed everything. So I'll link that also below, but it's great so that you can mirror the image, and then also if you're recording videos, it gives you a better camera quality, especially if you do any lives. You need that better camera quality, but you wouldn't need that for your classroom. Just a tip if you happen to want an external camera. For the mirroring feature, like with ZebraEnglish, we have to write everything backwards. All right, so I think that is everything that's in my classroom. That's my lighting, my background, my computer, my headset, my mouse. Make sure you have backup batteries, backup items. You know, you want a backup headset, a backup mouse. Also, if you are using, like we are somewhere that we do not have wired in internet, so we have it based off of a tower. So we have something outside that catches the signal from the tower, and that gives us our Wi-Fi. Now, if the electricity goes out, we need to have some type of battery pack that keeps that Wi-Fi plugged in, because I've been in a class before, the electricity, you know, it has a surge, or maybe not a surge, it's where it cuts off and cuts back on real quick, like blinks. Well, it's just enough to knock me off the Wi-Fi. Well, it takes about 5 minutes to get that signal and get that Wi-Fi connected back up. So we really need that battery pack that will keep that going. And so just remember that. My computer will be fine because it's always plugged in, and if I lose power on it, it's going to keep going based on its battery. But my Wi-Fi, not so. So we have to have a battery pack for that. So think about that, or think about a backup internet source if you have something like that happen. Some people can use their phones as hotspots. When I go to my mother's, I use my phone to teach all of my classes, and that's what, and it works great. I just do the speed test on it. It gives me the speed that I need, and I know that I can go forward with it for my classes. Okay, well, I hope that helps you know some choices that you have for equipment, and maybe helps you to set up your classroom better. If you have any other ideas and you want to drop them in comments below, please let me know. And if you have any other questions about any other equipment or something that you think you might need, then please do that too. Okay? All right, well, thanks so much, and I will see you the next time. Goodbye.